Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Festival of Thanks. It's quite daunting to see all of you online at the same time. I'm Nick Goodman. I'm Chief Executive of Greensleeves Care. Thanks for joining us today. Today is an opportunity for us to come together and publicly say thank you to everyone for their amazing efforts over the last year. We've got a lot of technical wizardry going on in the background, so I do hope it all holds together. If your connection drops out, do please just log back in. And we are streaming live to YouTube. So on TV, please do not swear. Before I say a few words of thanks, let's get some energy in the rooms by spotlighting each of the homes with a cheer. And I think you have to come off mute for this. And we're going to go in alphabetical order. So the first cheer is for Arden House.
Starting done.
We can't hear them. Can we hear them? That's not tuning.
Movie.
You will be in there.
Okay.
You will be there. Would you help me to clap, Don? Would you help me to clap?
Let me know.
Yay! Help me to clap, Jim.
If we turn her on an angle. They're going round.
Ready when our screen comes on? Chair. Yay!
No one getting us some orange juice and lemonade.
Top at all.
No. Well, I can hear it a little bit. Listen.
Where's that thing you were fiddling with?
What thing?
The wire.
Well, they're struggling setting up as well.
Good job, everybody.
Oh, cheers.
You're unmuted. You're unmuted.
There's so many.
26 learning.
Yeah, there's 26.
My face forward.
Well done, everyone. Good to see so many of you online and some really big cheers there entering into the spirit of the day. I wanted to kick off with a thank you that I've drafted with our chairman, Chris Shaw, who sadly can't be with us today, but just wanted to say a few words about the last year. The past 12 months have probably been the most challenging period any of us have experienced in our lifetimes, as we've all been affected by the pandemic. And I wanted to begin today by paying tribute to the residents and colleagues we've lost to this pandemic. And my thoughts are with their families, friends, and colleagues. It's been a time of acute difficulty and tragic consequences for so many families. The consequences for older people and those that care for them have perhaps been the most troubling aspect of the crisis. Nowhere have its effects been more noticeable than in care homes. I'm acutely conscious that you, along with our colleagues across the health and social care system, have been on the front line, caring for and supporting our residents and each other in incredibly challenging circumstances. Our residents and some colleagues are at higher risk from COVID, and I know that you will have naturally felt concerned for them. At the same time, we've all been grappling with the same issues. How can we best keep ourselves and our loved ones healthy, juggling our own personal caring responsibilities, and looking out for friends, neighbours, and our communities? So, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the senior management team, our main message to you is simple: thank you. Whatever your role, be it working on the front line in a home, field-based, head office, trustees or volunteers, and not least our amazing residents, thank you for everything you've done over the last year. We've relied on each other and we've got through this together. Thank you for going the extra mile to make sure the people who rely on you were supported. Thank you for the difficult decisions you had to make that kept as many people as possible safe. Thank you for taking on extra shifts to cover for those who needed to isolate or had their own caring responsibilities. Thank you for stepping in and taking on roles you would not normally do. And thank you to those who moved into the homes to keep them going when times got really tough. Simply put, thank you for everything you've done over the last year and you're doing this week, next week, and in the months ahead. Things are beginning to reopen and restrictions are being relaxed, mainly thanks to the success of the vaccination program. And if you haven't had yet the vaccine and are eligible, I urge you to take it. I do not want us to lose another single resident or colleague to this deadly virus. To close, I just want to reiterate my thanks to everyone who stepped up to such huge challenges this past year. In the face of the greatest public health emergency in a generation, you've worked amazingly hard to keep those we care for safe. You've been a tremendous comfort to residents and their families alike. So thank you for your support and everything you've achieved. You deserve a huge round of applause. Right, so now we move on and we've got some thank yous from our home managers. So I will hand over for the first video.
I would like to take this opportunity to praise all the wonderful staff at Arden House. And wow, what a year it's been. We have not only grown as a team, but we've become a family. You have all worked so very hard and overcome your initial fears of the COVID-19. I have never been more proud to work at Arden House. The support you have shown to each other over this time has been truly amazing. You really are the Arden Angels.
To my hard-working team here at Borovere, the last year has been different to say the least. But one thing that didn't change was the hard work and care that you all deliver every time you step over that threshold. If anything, you stepped up to the mark even more. It would be hard for me to pick any one person as an example, as you all are equally as important as one another, not only to the residents but to each other. The strength you have all shown, not just physically but emotionally and mentally, has been amazing, as not only are you trying to support the residents, but you also have your own individual challenges outside of work. Without that release mechanism, whatever that may be for you, whether it's going to a pub, going on holiday, going to Disney, or just going to a shop to try on clothes, your strength has been put to the test more than any of us could have imagined. If someone had said last March we'd still be doing this a year on, it would have seemed unimaginable. But here we are, hoping that this year we'll see light at the end of the tunnel for everybody. So to each and every one of you, I say thank you to the bottom of my heart. I can't do this without you. I couldn't have done it without you. And I look forward to the day then when we can smile without masks so people can see what we're smiling about. And when we can throw open the doors and see the smiles on the residents' faces and their loved ones can finally come back in. But thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Without you, I can't do this. So thank you. Goodbye.
What a roller coaster of a year we've had. In our bleakest time, you all dug so deep to pull together as a team to care for our residents, no matter what. And boy, did you succeed. It was a team building exercise we didn't want, but it has bonded us in ways that can't be broken. I am so, so proud of you all. You really are amazing. You are what makes Broadlands outstanding. I'm not the only one that wants to say thank you. Those that mean so much to all of us do as well.
In this home today, we're sat and enjoying life through resistance and help of the staff. It's been remarkable for what they've done for us. We thank God for their help. Without them, we'd have been in a terrible state, and I can't praise them high enough for their help.
Just say thank you for the care the staff has given us over this very difficult year for everybody.
Yes, the staff have all been wonderful and really kept us healthy and happy.
And full of laughter, which is a very important thing.
And they've gone way beyond the normal call of duty and done a lot of extra work. And we're very grateful for it.
And we've always known that this is a special community, and it's been a special community with knobs on this year. Thank you very much.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the staff at Clarendon Lodge for all their hard work and commitment in helping residents to transfer safely from Croxley House to Clarendon Lodge. This was no mean feat and required a great deal of planning and organisation. In addition, this activity took place against the terrible ongoing COVID-19 pandemic that, unfortunately, saw us lose a number of residents before they had a chance to move over to Clarendon Lodge. The residents who did move over to Clarendon Lodge have settled really well into their brand new home and are all enjoying the great facilities and space on offer in their new setting. Again, all this is due in no small part to the staff at Clarendon Lodge. And once again, I thank the staff team and ask them to continue with their great work in making Clarendon Lodge not only a fantastic place to live, but also a great place to work in as well. Thank you once again.
Delisi House is an amazing and fantastic place to be. All staff have shown heroic dedication and professionalism throughout the pandemic. The virus did not pick its victims. No one could have ever imagined the devastation it caused. The staff who left their families, moved into the home, the staff that continued to turn up day and night. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you for putting your brave face on, working through tears at times to ensure our residents receive the very best care. We were the forgotten frontline. However, we have all proved we are still here. Thank you all.
Hi, my name is Dorina. I'm a deputy manager from Cleveland's nursing home. Over the last year, COVID has changed all our lives. The last few months has been more difficult. I like to say thank you to every member of Cleveland's for support, care and dedication they show to our residents each day. Thank you.
Hello to all the fantastic staff at Gloucester House. This is a video to say thank you for everything you have done and continue to do to ensure that the people that live here feel happy, safe and cared for. The past year has been extremely difficult, and I know you have all experienced periods where you've been scared, unsure and wary. But this has not prevented you from coming in with smiles on your faces and focused on ensuring that the people who live here do feel happy, safe and cared for. You all go above and beyond your roles at Gloucester House to make the home the best it could possibly be. And I want you to know this does not go unnoticed, and each and every one of you are fabulous. So it's a big thank you from me to you.
Well, what can I say about my staff at Grosvenor House? It's been one horrendous year and we've been through highs, lows, we've had laughter and we've had a lot of tears, but we've still made it. We're coming out the other side. With regards to a team, it's made us pull together as a team, and I can't thank you enough because you've actually put your work before your own personal lives, and I can just say, all I can say is thank you so much, and I am so proud to say that I am your manager, but from the bottom of my heart, and I really do mean this, thank you so much for everything you've done.
Big round of applause for our first 8 homes. Congratulations. Right, I'm now going to hand over to one of my colleagues, Mandy Whittingham, who is the Divisional Director for the South and West Division, who wants to say a few words. Over to you, Mandy.
everyone. I was delighted to be given this opportunity to give a message of thanks today. The last year has been a very different time for everyone on our staff, our residents and their families. None of us have lived through a pandemic before, and everyone's learning curve has been really, really steep. It's been absolutely brilliant to see how everyone's pulled together to keep homes running as smoothly and safely as possible. I've seen people adapt to cover different roles to those they would normally carry out, change patterns of work and learn new skills. For example, going back a year or so, how many of us even knew what Zoom was, let alone how to use it? Now it just seems a normal way to communicate, hold meetings, keep contact with families and other activities outside the homes. Every time we've received new guidance from government or we've needed to change the information we report, homes have responded quickly, delivered what's been asked for promptly and efficiently, and most impressively, willingly and without complaint. Or if there has been complaint, it's been very, very quiet, so thank you for that. As well as navigating your way through COVID, you've also carried on with the day-to-day work, supporting your residents, and throughout it's been lovely to be able to see photos of cheerful residents having fun in your homes despite not being able to have their usual contact with family, friends and community activities. You really have gone the extra mile. It's been a real privilege to work with such dedicated and skilled staff who've shown how well you can adapt to rapidly changing circumstances and keep people safe, well cared for and happy. You really are a credit to yourselves and the trust, and I really do thank you all. We're now going to hear a message from Jeff Almond, who is Head of Finance.
Hi, I'm Jeff and I'm the Head of Finance. On behalf of the entire Head Office Finance team, I wanted to pay tribute to every single one of our amazing colleagues and residents. We're especially proud of those staff at the homes and from Head Office who have worked tirelessly and selflessly on the front line over the past 12 months and ensured our residents continue to be well cared for and entertained despite the challenges the year presented. You truly are the heart of Greensleeves Care and help make it the great care provider that it is. Thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you very much, Mandy and Jeff. Good to hear from you. Those of you who've attended the Care Awards in previous years will know we normally have an annual song contest. This year we've done something a little different, and it's an opportunity for people to have a sing-along. We've produced a song which I'm sure you'll recognise from the Beatles, and it's got a contribution from each of the homes. So please take it away with the Greensleeves Choir.
What would I do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk down on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, what if I little help from my friends? Oh, I got a little help from my friends. Oh, I got a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? Oh, I got a little help from my friends. someone's in love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Some certain that happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the lights? I can't tell you now. I got a little help from my friends. I got a little help from my friends. I got a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody?
I just need someone to love.
Could it be anybody? I just want someone to love. I got a little help from my friends. I got a little help from my friends. I got a little help from my friends. I got a little help from my friends.
Congratulations to the Greensleeves Choir. I'm sure that's going to be a #1 hit. So do please retweet it on social media if you get the chance. As long as the Beatles don't come after us for royalties. Right, we're now going to hand over to our next 8 homes, starting, I believe, with Halston House.
Managing the team at Halston House for me is something that I'm so proud of. You're an amazing team, and all I ever do is tell everybody just how amazing this team is. However, you know, the last 12 months, you've all exceeded more than any manager could want from her team. Day in, day out, coming into the home with a big smiling face. When we were even trying to make sense of it ourselves and just forgetting everything we may personally experience ourselves and what's going on outside, and just carrying on, going above and beyond every day and everything you do. For that, I don't think I could ever thank you enough. You're an amazing team.
I'd just like to say thank you to the team at Henley House for supporting each other through a difficult transition period. Not only did we have to support residents and relatives through the COVID crisis, but added to this were the challenges of moving location from Thornbank to Henley House. The residents have settled in really well, which is a testament to the way the staff have helped them with the move. I'm extremely proud of the Henley House team and look forward to the future.
I would like to say a huge thank you to all the staff at Kingston House for their continued hard work, but particularly over the last 12 months. To the staff that picked up jobs that were not their usual job and stepped into new roles, for covering extra shifts or cancelling leave to make sure we had enough staff here to care for the residents, for staying as enthusiastic and motivated as you always are through what has been a very difficult time. Thank you.
Well, who could have anticipated the past year with all the traumas that we've had to face, that everybody has coped with? It has been a difficult time for everybody, but I would like to say I'm extremely pleased and grateful for the wonderful team that I have at Lavender Fields, who have steadfastly come to work, coping with all the stresses that we go through. Some staff that have had to isolate because of COVID, and staff that have been ill themselves. It has been a difficult time for everybody, but we are now through the other side, and we can only look forward to a bright and wonderful future.
The past year is certainly one we never want to go through again, with us facing the pandemic early on when not enough was known about it. Throughout our time battling away, we laughed, cried, fell out, made up, and fought hard for our residents, not giving up on them. We put light into the darkest of days and found our own way through when it felt like there was no one to help us, with no end in sight. I am truly proud and amazed at the inner strength you all have and the way you came together. I thank you all for the support and dedication you give to Pelsall Hall and each other, and I'm extremely thankful to have you part of my team.
2020 has been a difficult year for us all. As a team, we've seen the loss of a resident. Some residents become so poorly due to COVID-19. We thought they were not going to make it. Our team becomes so ill, some even hospitalized. Some colleagues losing even their loved ones. However, through great teamwork and strength, we were able to care for those residents until they've returned to health, support each other on the journey back to work, all whilst managing the various twists and turns of this cruel virus. I would like to thank you for all the times that you listened to me, for following instructions given to you, most of all for going beyond your fears, your tiredness, and putting the service first. At times, you even put yourself behind, and some days your family to the second place. For me, it's more than I could even express. I want to thank you for the support when I was very, very ill during this process. Thank you for the welcome back as well, and thank you for being there with my journey, with my ups and downs. You are a great team, and I am so proud to be your manager. Thank you all, each and every one. Words cannot express, and I look forward to more years working with you all. Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Having the opportunity to make this speech is fantastic, and we are so proud of the home, and we will take any opportunity to express how fabulous it is.
Firstly, we want to say thank you to all the residents and relatives for being so patient and understanding with all the changing guidance, rules, extra precautions and changes to normal life, and remembering us all despite probably forgetting what we look like minus the masks. What is becoming normal is not what any of us asked for, but we're in it together.
We are always thanking and thankful for our staff group. It's been a really tough year. Thank you for the housekeeping, for working together and taking on the increasing workload to combat all the infection control and isolation demands.
Thank you also to the kitchen for working hard to adapt menus, especially for our poorly residents, and now building them up again with some lovely food.
Maintenance and gardening, thank you for multitasking, taking on whatever is thrown at you, including Jason serving teas and puddings during the outbreak.
Thank you to our bookkeeper and administrator Karen, who copes working upstairs with us first and foremost, and who moved into the home during the outbreak. At this point, we have to thank Jed and Leonie for walking through the door to a positive COVID home and helping to keep it up and running, which was no mean feat.
Thank you to the activities team, who have become the expert in all things LFD and visits.
The care team, you are amazing, you've been amazing, you pick up shifts, you support one another, all the ups and downs, you keep your sense of humour and you truly keep this home going.
God bless our care coordinator April and the senior team for putting up with all our demands and keeping us going. And Deb, we have to mention you. You are a real inspiration to us all. You are coping with the heartbreak of losing Steph and have made such brave, bold steps. We are so proud of you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I would like to express my gratitude and thanks to each and every one, staff, residents, and all who have supported us in dealing with this unusual situation. The team at Sharnbrook House have worked together to achieve the extraordinary. The going of the extra mile to ensure that all at Sharnbrook House are happy and safe has only been achieved by the team spirit and working as one team. I thank each and every one of you for the sacrifices that you all have made, and this has not gone unnoticed by myself. My heartfelt thanks to Sharnbrook House and the team. Thank you.
Big round of applause there for our last 8 homes. Some really heartfelt stories there. Well done. Okay, I'm now going to hand over to our resident poet in the senior management team, Tracy Nelson, who's the divisional director for East of England and the Midlands. Tracy, over to you.
Thank you, Paul. I just wanted to say a few words just to express my thanks through poetry. So 12 months have passed by, the clapping of appreciation has stopped, the rainbows on the windows have fell off. The lockdown is easing and vaccines are taking place. Our homes are opening the doors. We see the road to recovery in place. So many sad stories fill our hearts of those we have lost. Lots of offers to our mental health and well-being at no extra cost. But I remember the long, scary road, the beginning of lockdown, everyone told to stay at home, ideally alone. Not you. You came to work caring as you do, faces behind masks and rustling of plastic too, opening doors of uncertainty with a smile and a cheer, not knowing what to expect, but too often shedding a tear. You've come a long way. Your commitment and grit excelled. You care. That's what you do. Be proud. The journey has been long and COVID is not over yet. Restrictions will continue and they must be met. The words thank you just don't seem enough. So look at your residents. They're here because of you. We do have a future. Oh yes, we do. We're asked to look at lessons learned from experience we go through. Mine are very simple. If this happens again, I would want you. Thank you.
That's lovely, Tracy. Thank you. Some really touching, heartfelt words there. Thank you very much. Right, we're now on to our third montage from our last but not least, the next 8 homes. Run the VT, please.
I would like to say a big thank you to all our colleagues working tirelessly on the front line to care for people in need in the fight against coronavirus. I'm truly inspired by your personal commitment to making a difference in these unprecedented and challenging times. My most heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you. You are all setting an extraordinary example of commitment and professionalism. I look forward to continuing working with heroes like you.
Team, on this day of reflection, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for everything you have done for our residents and their families over the last 12 months. It's been dark on some days, it's been physically demanding, it's certainly been emotionally draining, and I suspect it's spiritually wanting on many occasions. But through it all, your teamwork, your resilience, your adaptability has shone through, and I couldn't have wished for a better team to have done it all. On behalf of all of our residents, and particularly the families, I want to say thank you for everything you have done. Thank you.
Hi, this is a message from me to all the wonderful staff at the Briars. Since I started here 12 months ago, we've been on a real roller coaster, and I would like to thank you for making me so welcome. The Briars was hit very hard, as you know, by COVID. We lost many dear residents. Many of our staff got sick. I've been completely blown away by your hard work and dedication and support during this very difficult time. You should all feel incredibly proud of yourself, and I feel honoured to be part of the Briars team.
Hi, this is a message to all the residents and staff at the Orchards. Thank you all so much for the last 3 months. You've all worked really, really hard in what has been an extremely difficult time. We've come out of it the other end a little bit wiser. However, good things are happening at the home. The garden is being sorted. We've planted the orchard in memory of the people that died through COVID and in memory of Donna McCormack, the manager. And here's hoping that the rest of 21 continues to be as positive as it has been in the last few weeks. The staff have been especially brilliant. They've had to deal with quite a lot of difficulties, and they're still smiling, they're still laughing, they're still coming into work, and things seem to be moving forward. Thank you all so much for making my job that much easier.
To all my staff here at Tickford, you've been absolutely brilliant for the last 12 months. We've had some really tough times, but we've also had some really great times. We've had parties, we've had ice cream in the garden, we've had residents who have been so wonderful, and we've been able to share their special experiences with them. and I am just so grateful for the fact that you've worked so hard to keep everybody safe. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I know the families and the residents appreciate everything you've done. Thanks, you've been real troopers.
To all our colleagues, it is hard to put into words how to express how privileged we are to work alongside you. Each and every one show a dedication and level of care that we are so proud of. Life at Torkington House is very fast-paced, and sometimes we only get moments together. And to show our appreciation, but we would like to take this opportunity to say a million thank yous. For you and your families, please stay safe and well. Thank you.
You all play a very important role in the quality of life of our residents. You are very valued and appreciated, not just today, but every day. It has been a very hard time for us all, especially in our social care, but it's good to enjoy the moments of recognition and enjoyment. Thank you all.
Wow, what a year it has been. It has definitely taught us a level of resilience, to say the least. During a time when we were separated from our own families, you became the families of those that you cared for. And a lot of you working hours that wouldn't even be humanly possible in normal circumstances, but you continue to do so to care for those that we had living within our homes. Because of your passion, dedication, love for everything that you do, you made sure that the residents were kept safe. So I personally wanted to say thank you, and I know that I don't just speak for myself, I speak for many others around us.
Hi everyone, Clint Farmer from Whitegates. I would just like to say a big thank you to my whole Whitegates family, residents and staff. You're absolutely fabulous and fantastic. You've worked really hard together in protecting each other from the COVID virus. So well done, guys. I'm very proud of you all. I'd also like to thank all our head office staff across the group. You've all been fantastic and given lots of support, guidance, working behind the scenes. So thank you to you guys too. We must also not forget, a big thank you to all our relatives, supporters, friends of Whitegates too. It's not been easy for them not being able to visit, but I know the support's been there. So thank you to everyone. The gifts, the cards, the letters, the emails, they've all been fantastic. So thank you guys. And I would also just like to say, keep up the great work everyone's doing. You're all fantastic and remain safe. Thank you.
Big round of applause for our last 8 homes there. Great to see everybody online. Now, we've got a video message, I believe, from Shona King, who is the Divisional Director for London and Kent. Over to you, Shona.
You thought you'd have a festival without me? I don't think so. I'm so sorry I can't be there today. And I know that sounds a little bit Oscarish, perhaps, but circumstances have meant that I'm not around, and I really wanted to pre-record something because I wanted to convey my personal thanks to each and every one of you for everything you've done over the past year, for coming in day after day, standing side by side, supporting each other, our residents, our relatives, and each other. It was nothing short of amazing on many days that I witnessed. And I know that from having spoken with Mandy and Tracy, it was exactly the same across all divisions. So thank you, everyone. So, I was going to spend the weekend writing a poem, just a little ditty of some sort, and make my debut at the festival today. Clearly that couldn't happen, and as this has to be pre-recorded and got across to Cara really quick, I've decided I would think about a poem that I would read to you instead, and one that I can't take the credit for in any way, shape or form, but one that I love and I've thought about so many times across the course of the past year when I was thinking about all of you. The poem is by Rudyard Kipling and it's called The 1000th Man. And here it is. 1 man in 1,000, Solomon says, will stick more close than a brother, and it's worthwhile seeking him half your days if you find him before the other. 999 depend on what the world sees in you, but the 1000th man will stand your friend with the whole round world agin you. 'Tis neither promise nor prayer nor show will settle the finding for ye. 999 of them go by your looks or your acts or your glory. But if he finds you and you find him, the rest of the world don't matter. For the 1000th man will sink or swim with you in any water. You can use his purse with no more talk than he uses yours for his spendings, and laugh and meet in your daily walks as though there had been no lendings. 999 of them call for silver and gold in their dealings, but the 1000th man, he's worth 'em all because you can show him your feelings. His wrong's your wrong and his right's your right, in season or out of season. Stand up and back it in all men's sight with that for your only reason. 999 can't bide the shame or mocking or laughter, but the 1000th man will stand by your side to the gallows foot and after. To each and every one of you who have been that 1000th man, to your colleagues, to your residents, to your relatives, and to me as your manager or your divisional director, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And now we have got Julie, who I believe is actually live. Have a brilliant day, everyone. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I hope you can hear us. We're having some technical issues here at the Orchards, but I've had the pleasure of working with Greensleeves for over 5 years now, and I've always been utterly impressed at the fact that everyone goes over and above the expectations of them. But I have to say, the last 12 months, I've been in absolute awe of everybody. You could never have imagined what was going to be happening over the next 12 months when you sat back and looked at March of last year. I have had the pleasure and the privilege of working with all of you in some way, shape or form, and I have always sat back in amazement and just thought how wonderful you all are and how you are all here for our residents. Specifically, I would like to thank my team because I am very much aware that they have been asked to do all sorts of things over the last 12 months that wouldn't normally be part of their job role, and I know they've done it with strength, with pride and with a smile on their face. So I just wanted to say thank you to you all. I am incredibly proud of you all, and I am incredibly proud of our residents who have worked with us over the past 12 months. So thank you very much, and here's hoping for a really good 2021. Toma is going to speak for a few moments now, so if I'll pass over to her.
Hi everyone. On behalf of the HR team, I really want to express my enormous thanks to all our home managers and to their teams for the tireless hard work on the front line, caring for our residents during the COVID-19 pandemic. As we emerge out of restrictions, it provides an opportune time to reflect and pay tribute. The last year also has been an extremely challenging and overwhelming period. The demands and responsibilities placed on so many of you have been unprecedented. And I have truly, along with my HR team, have been really impressed with how you've responded, going above and beyond to include covering shifts, moving into the home, supporting colleagues, and also facilitating visits for relatives to see their loved ones. These, I'm sure, are just some of the many examples of all the excellent work that you have done over the last year. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and we look forward to positive months ahead. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Shona, Julie and Toma, and also to Rudyard Kipling as well. Tracy, you've got some competition on the poetry front. We're nearly at an end now. And I know some of you, when you switched on this morning, you were probably hoping to see Philip and Holly or Homes Under the Hammer. But having chatted to the homes over the last year, particularly the home managers, people were very keen to say a public thank you to their teams and to the residents and to the relatives for everything they've had to go through over this last year. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who's taken part today, and again for the amazing work over the last year and always. A thank you to Chris and Shula from Ladder to the Moon and Vibrant Communities for their support in putting today together. And a very big and huge thank you to Cara from the quality team who's masterminded today's event. So far, so good. So that's it from us all today. Enjoy your lunches, stay safe, everyone, and take care of each other. Goodbye.